Imagine standing on the edge of a vast, endless ocean. The waves crash, the wind howls, and beneath the surface, something massive moves, something ancient, something that ruled the seas long before humans ever set foot on land. What do you feel, Jackson, when you think about the creatures that once called that ocean home?
Honestly, Samantha, it gives me chills. The idea of these gigantic, powerful predators swimming through the deep, it's like something out of a movie. Today, we're diving into the world of prehistoric ocean predators, right? With the Megalodon as the star of the show?
Exactly. The Megalodon, a shark so big it could swallow a boat whole. But it wasn't alone down there. There were others, rivals, maybe even equals. Today's story is about power, survival, and the mysteries of the ancient seas. And listeners, you're going to learn some amazing English along the way. Words, phrases, and ways to talk about strength and struggle. Ready, Jackson?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's set the scene. Picture this. Millions of years ago, the oceans were a battlefield. Creatures like the Megalodon, Janjucetus, Liopleurodon, names that sound like they belong in a fantasy novel. Samantha, why don't you start us off with the story? And I'll jump in with some language tips for our listeners.
Let's go back, way back. Millions of years ago, the oceans were nothing like they are today. No fishing boats, no cruise ships, just raw, untamed water. And in those waters swam the Megalodon, a shark so massive it could be as long as a school bus. Its teeth, sharp as knives and bigger than your hand. The Megalodon was the king of the seas. Or so it thought.
Whoa, hold on, Samantha. A shark the size of a school bus? That's terrifying. Let's pause for a second for our listeners. The word massive, it means really, really big, like unbelievably huge. Can you say it with me? Massive. Try it again, nice and slow. Massive. Samantha, when you say king of the seas, you're using a metaphor, right? Like the megalodon was the most powerful creature out there?
Exactly, Jackson. A metaphor is when we describe something by comparing it to something else without using like or as. The Megalodion ruled the oceans, but it wasn't alone. There were other creatures, some smaller, some stranger, some just as deadly. Let's meet one of them, the Janjucetus. This was a whale, but not the kind we know today. It was smaller, about the size of a dolphin, but fast, really fast. And its teeth? Razor sharp, perfect for snapping at anything that got too close.
Okay, I'm picturing this Janjucetus zooming through the water like a sports car. Let's teach our listeners a phrase here. Razor sharp. It means something that cuts easily, like a super sharp knife. Can you repeat after me? Razor sharp. One more time. Razor sharp. So Samantha, was this Janjucetus a real threat to the megalodon?
Maybe. The Janjucetus was agile. That means quick and nimble. While the Megalodon was all about brute strength, the Janjucetus could dart in and out, maybe even outsmart it. Imagine a small, clever fighter facing a giant. It's not always about size, is it, Jackson? Now things get intense. Enter the Liopleurodon, a marine reptile with jaws so powerful they could crush bones like twigs. This wasn't a fish or a shark. It was a predator built for destruction. Some say it was stronger and faster than the Megalodon. Picture two titans clashing in the deep, the Megalodon with its massive bite and the Liopleurodon with its speed and crushing jaws.
Oh man, that sounds like an epic battle. Let's break down a word here. Titan. It means something huge and powerful, like a giant in mythology. Say it with me, listeners. Titan. One more time. Titan. Samantha, when you say clashing, it makes me think of a fight. Can you give our listeners a sample dialogue of what these creatures might say if they could talk?
Sure, let's have some fun. Imagine the Megalodon and Liopleurodon facing off. I'm the king of these waters. Back off, reptile. You're big, but I'm faster. Let's see who rules now.
I love it. Listeners, notice how Samantha used back off. It's a casual way to say go away or leave me alone. Try it. Back off. Again, back off. Samantha, who do you think would win this fight?
It's hard to say. The Liopleurodon had speed and those killer jaws, but the Megalodon was just so massive. It's like a lion versus a bear. Both are deadly in their own way. The ocean was their battleground, and neither wanted to lose. But let's not forget there were other strange creatures out there too.
Right, like what? I'm dying to know more about these weird ocean monsters.
Let's talk about the Dunkleosteus. This wasn't a shark or a reptile, it was an armored fish. Instead of teeth, it had bone plates that worked like a guillotine. It could slice through anything. The Dunkleosteus wasn't as big as the Megalodon, but it was tough. If these two met, it might have been a draw. Neither could easily take the other down.
A draw? That's like a tie, right? Let's teach that word, draw. In this context, it means a fight where no one wins. Say it with me. Draw. One more time. Draw. Samantha, this Dunkleosteus sounds intense. Those bone plates, that's like natural armor, isn't it?
Exactly. Armor means protection, like a knight's shield. The Dunkleosteus was built like a tank. But then there's an even stranger creature, the Tolin monstrum. This one was tiny, maybe a foot long, with a weird, worm-like body and a mouth like a vacuum cleaner. It wasn't a threat to the Megalodon, but it was so bizarre, it makes you wonder what else was lurking in those ancient seas.
A vacuum cleaner mouth? That's wild. Let's do a quick role play for our listeners. Imagine we're scientists discovering the Thule monstrum. I'll start. Samantha, look at this fossil. What is this thing?
Jackson, it's like nothing we've ever seen. That mouth, it's like a straw. Let's call it the Thule monstrum.
Haha, perfect. Listeners, notice the phrase like nothing we've ever seen. It's a way to say something is completely unique. Try it. Like nothing we've ever seen. Samantha, what does this all mean? Why do these creatures matter?
These creatures, the Megalodon, the Janjucetus, the Liopleurodon, the Dunkleosteus, even the tiny telemonstrum, they tell us a story about survival. The ocean was a place of constant struggle, where every creature had to fight to live another day. It makes me think about our own struggles, Jackson. Sometimes life feels like an ocean, doesn't it? Full of challenges, but also full of wonder.
That's deep, Samantha. And you're right, it's a metaphor for life. Let's review some key words we've learned today. We had massive, meaning huge, razor sharp, meaning very sharp, titan, meaning something powerful, draw, meaning a tie, and armor, meaning protection. Listeners, try using these in a sentence. For example, the Megalodon was a massive titan of the seas. Samantha, what's the big lesson here?
The lesson is that strength comes in many forms. The Megalodon was huge, but the Janjucetus was fast. The Liopleurodon was fierce, but the Dunkleosteus was tough. Even the tiny telemonstrum had its own way of surviving. In English, we might say, everyone has their own strengths. It's a reminder to value what makes you unique, even in a world full of giants.
I love that. And for our listeners learning English, here's a phrase to practice. Everyone has their own strengths. Say it with me. Everyone has their own strengths. One more time. Everyone has their own strengths. Samantha, this story makes me wonder, what would happen if the Megalodon faced a modern creature like a blue whale, or even a mythical one like the Kraken?
Oh, that's a fun thought. A blue whale is massive but peaceful. It might just swim away. A kraken? Well, that's a story for another day. But it reminds us how the ocean still holds so many mysteries, even now. What an incredible journey through the ancient oceans, right, Jackson? These creatures, they weren't just monsters, they were survivors, each with their own way of facing the world. And for our listeners, I hope this story inspired you, not just to learn English, but to think about your own strength and resilience.
Absolutely. Today we learned words like massive, tighten, and draw, and phrases like back off and everyone has their own strengths. Keep practicing these, listeners, and try using them in your own conversations. Samantha, any final thoughts?
Just this, the ocean is vast, and so is your potential. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep telling your own stories. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit subscribe and support our channel, Speak Easy English, for more stories that inspire, teach, and connect.
Couldn't have said it better myself. See you next time, everyone.